So this is the story about an entrepreneur in India. Let's call him Vasudev. He had a startup. He is always positive and spreads happiness. He married in women who he was in love with. As few years went on passed by, the couple were blessed with a baby girl. One day they went on a vacation, and while returning back, the car met with an accident by a bus. The person in the driving seat died. Unfortunately, it was his wife who was riding the car on that day. Vasudev and his daughter was sitting in the back seat. They were alive with few minor injuries. Vasudev went to depression from this incident. So he joined his daughter to a boarding school. After a few days he made up his mind and started focusing on his startup. He invested all his money in it, sold his properties. When the company product got released, the sales did not match the expectations and he started to burn all his money. Then came a lady investor who had a proposal for marriage in return of investment. Due to the company shutdown fear, Vasudev agreed to marriage. The lady had a condition that he should never bring his daughter back to his house. Vasudev agreed, and after a few years they were blessed with a baby boy. Vasudev always visited his daughter once a week and used to motivate her daughter. He always spoke about his son. The same way he always spoke about his daughter with his son. A true Khan. A true connection had started with the siblings. Vasudev used to describe to his son about how his daughter looks and how intelligent she is. These words of Vasudev introduced a respect in each other's mind about their sibling. They had never seen each other or never spoke to each other. Since there was no phone allowed in the boarding school, one day Vasudev's wife gifted an iPhone to his son. But his son rejected the phone and said, "I don't need a mobile phone at this age." His mother was happy and she went. Vasudev asked his son, "Why did you refuse to take the phone?" His son replies, "When my elder sister has no phone and she can live without it, so do I." Vasudev was impressed with this incident. After a few years his son wrote a letter to his sister for the first time and also a gift that she liked. Vasudev's daughter was surprised with the gift sent by his brother, and she also wrote a letter to her brother. Both sister and brother was shocked without having any communication between the two. They had an immense knowledge about each other. They both started writing letters daily in the digital era. The love and affection between each other grew exponentially. Vasudev's wife was so engrossed in business that she didn't have time for his son. One day, due to a sudden heart stroke, Vasudev died. All his company responsibilities were given to his son. He was feeling broke from inside and wrote a letter to his sister. Her sister replied, "At a very young age I lost my mother and I was sent to a boarding school. I faced all the hurdles alone and fought it. Life is not fair to anyone, but you must continue to fight all odds. I will tell you an example. Assume you were alone in a bus and traveled for 60 days. How would you feel? Boring, right? So when you have passenger coming and moving out of the bus in the bus stop, you could interact with people and spend your time. The same way life is a journey and the passengers are the problems. You can solve few problems at some time, i.e. the bus stop. Or a few new problems may arise, or the old problems may continue. But without the problems your journey would be boring and there will not be any excitement. Problems are there to run your life, not to ruin your life. Just fight back. After reading this, Vasudev's son was motivated and he strived for excellence. Both of them were successful in their own areas. One day they finally decided to meet, and that day was the most auspicious day for both of them. They both met and spent a quality time with each other. This is the true bond between each other. Hence the name Trubo. The summary of the story is, I don't believe in love at first sight. It is only attraction or infatuation at first sight, because only with Vasudev words the love was born for each other. The love between mother and a child would start when the child is in the mother's womb. The mother knew she will only see him after 9 months, but her love towards the child from the beginning is unconditional.